Hello, I'm RetroJules. If you regularly watch my videos, you know that I quite like this tank, the T54 lightweight, Soviet Tier 8. In fact, I like it a lot. I would almost say it's one of my favourite light tanks. I get on really well with it. This at Tier 9 then turns into a medium tank. I've got a few Tier 9 mediums, I've got a few that I could unlock, and I thought I don't really want to be grinding another one. But with the new Defender of the Fatherland ops, it's obviously encouraging you to play Soviet tanks because you can earn your free IS tank and you get lots of perks and bonuses for playing the Soviet tanks. And I thought, and it's got 20% off, so I went ahead and bought the T54 Tier 9 Soviet medium. And it feels like the T54 lightweight. In fact, it looks almost identical, and the stats have just been buffed slightly for it being up another tier. It's ever so slightly slower, but it just feels like the same tank, and I rolled it out with not even 100% trained crew. I equipped it with optics, vents, vertical stabilizers, and I just thought you might want to see the first couple of games I had with it, because so far it's looking like a really good tank. So we're on war-torn Ruinberg, and I'm top tier. That's really gonna help my first game in this tank, being top tier. But worst come to the worst, I'm only ever going to be one tier down, which is quite refreshing. And as soon as you drive off in this tank, it just feels like the lightweight. It's only got 2 degrees less of chassis rotation, and everything else has all been buffed up for tier 9, and I'm rolling this out with a 75% crew, so none of the perks and skills are going to work, which I borrowed from another tank. I'm just going out raw, and yeah, I don't really know much about the tank. I just think it's going to play like the lightweight really, but as a medium, and just going to stick myself out, and we spot the KV4, and I'm just hoping it might come between the buildings, but obviously that KV4 thinking I've been spotted, I'm just going to stay still behind a house just in case it's Artie having a sniff. And Artie gets a shot in anyway, so yeah, quite impressed with that. And I didn't really have an agenda with this game. I just thought, I've bought this tank, it was 20% less than it normally would be, and we've got a group of tanks all down at sort of F3, and I'm just trying to get some side shots in and just sort of trying to play it hull down a little bit. I mean, this gun is going to get better. It hasn't got great penetration. No packages at all are unlocked in this. And normally, when I roll a tank out for the first time, I'm atrocious in it. I don't know what it's going to do. Every shot you fire bounces. Now I'm just under a little bit of fire there, and taken a couple of shots, and my health's only gone down, what, a quarter? Okay, it's gone down a bit more now. So I'm thinking this tank's got quite a good hit pool on it, and of course it will do. It's a medium tank. I'm still thinking this is my T54 lightweight purely because of the way it feels, but it's a medium, so it's going to have a bit more armour, it's going to have a better gun, and it's going to have a higher health pool, which is really going to help. And really, the way I'm playing this is exactly as I would play the lightweight. Now this IS-6 is using that hulk of a destroyed tank very effectively, because I can't possibly get a shot on that tank. He's just hidden himself really well, and he's quite clever because he's hiding from me while he's engaging the other tank. And there's no way I'm going to get a shot in. Artie takes a shot in, I have a go, and I'm thinking, well, there's nothing I can do there. I'm going to see if I can flank round, and as I make that decision, that IS is taken out anyway. So moving forward to see what else I can do. And there's a KV4 down the bottom here, and I get myself in a really nice position. I've got the tank really nicely angled. I've got the pile of rubble protecting the tank, and I have no problems putting shots into this KV4 whatsoever. So when I move out, most of my tank is covered by that pile of rubble. And I'm just going to keep... I'm being quite predictable here, which I wouldn't normally do. I would perhaps take 3 shots and then relocate, but there's not many of them left. Get a tracking shot. I'd sort of normally go to the right now and put other shots in, but it's not like the KV4 is really interested in me. Nice shot in the lower glacis, and these shots are just going in no problem at all. Now that one went high. Of course, bear in mind, you know, this crew's 75% trained, so their accuracy is out and everything. So I'm kind of lucky these shots are going anywhere near the tank. That's another nice shot. Bounced the shot from the KV4, and that's because of the angle I'm at. One more shot. Well, it's not often I roll a tank out, fresh out the box, completely untrained, and get a kill. So I'm happy with that. We'll just move in. Poor old Artie. Poor old Artie? How dare I say that? It's a red square. Damn you, Artie. Is destroyed. And I was really pleased with that as being a first game for the T54. Not a bad little bit of silver. Half decent ×2 on the XP, 1000 damage. And I can't tell you how I did overall because I actually forgot to go back in and have a look. So I don't really know, but then I didn't really care because I did alright. So this time we're on war-torn airfield. This was my 3rd game in the T54. You've seen the first one on Hilbron. The second one, I can't remember what happened. I don't know if it was an epic fail or what it was, but it obviously wasn't worth keeping and showing to you. But this game just gave me a real taste for how this tank is going to be, and pretty much already is. Now normally I would go to H5 or H6 and spot over the ridge, but I know that the gun depression on this is only about 5 or 6 degrees. It's pretty rubbish, and I thought, well, I can go up there and spot, but I didn't, and I went to this location, which is about sort of D5, D6, thinking that I'm actually going to spot things a bit quicker as they come in off the airfield. And we've got a really good spread of our team sort of making their way across the map, and we spot the IS-3, and I don't want to be the first target for Artie, so I pull straight back, get out of the way and just tuck myself in and wait for the troops to arrive. And what I then wanted to do was dash straight across ahead, and I thought about doing it and kind of got in the IS-3's way. Sorry about that. Don't like to get behind a tank when they're trying to retreat or hide from the enemy. So I make a dash up here, and I'm hoping then that I'm going to see what is ever on top of the hill that I would have originally gone to. And there's another T54. My tier 9 brethren. And this is like a tier 10 game. There are tier 10s out there, not an awful lot of them, but it's effectively a tier 10 game. And I'm just going to angle the tank and keep trying to put shots in and aiming for that lower glacis, get a tracking shot. But I just don't really have the accuracy. I think the accuracy on this cannon's about 0.4 at this stage. I mean, the Soviet tanks are close range brawlers anyway, and if you see that Carnarvon down the bottom, you're going to see how effective this will be at close range brawling. So don't really have the accuracy at this stage for sniping, but that isn't going to stop me taking a shot. Now I still want to go and dash across to where I originally wanted to go. I'm just waiting for these tanks to back up a little bit. Don't want to get in their way this time. just seeing if I can get any shots. Just trying to go for a cupola shot because I know my shot's going to bounce otherwise, and don't even waste a shot and take my chance, knowing that I might have to eat a shot on the way, and yeah, I do. And I'm kind of aware that the Carnarvon should be out here somewhere, and there it is, and I feel that the best option for me is to keep moving. So we ammo rack the Carnarvon and bounce a shot, and I'm just going to keep circling really tightly around this Carnarvon and only take the shot when I know it's going to go in, because I know the front of the Carnarvon's pretty tough, and as is the turret, and the Carnarvon kind of works out that actually if I keep circling around it's not going to work. Driver's taken out. I haven't noticed at this stage, so I'm crawling around a little bit. Bounce a shot from the Tiger over at the back, and really managed to annoy the Carnarvon, and had I got the driver fixed, then I'd have been in a much better position. So just staying back now because I know that Tiger's out there just over yonder. Going to use the Hulk of the Carnarvon because my turret from hull down is very bouncy. So there we go. Certainly not impenetrable, but the front of it is very tough, and because of the shape of it, I think you've got a hard job to penetrate the turret on this tank. And that Tiger 2 is retreating completely, and I feel like that I can move forward and don't really have a strategy yet, but as I come around the corner, a WZ has its back to me, and I still haven't repaired the driver, and that could be because I was being a little bit tight and didn't want to spend a large first aid kit. I wasn't quite sure how this game was going to pan out. So it wasn't a WZ, it was a 121, which I believe is a continuation of the WZs. And yeah, that shot's not going to go in. And then this is where I need to turn around and run. And I'm waiting for a shot to go back any minute, and I think, yeah, I'm going to use up the first aid kit. I need to move quicker, and I'm still waiting any minute for that shot to go in the back of me, and it doesn't happen. I got away with that. So the heavy at the top is calling for my help, and I'm kind of saying yes, but I'm going to go around the back. I'm sorry, I'm not coming back round that way because I know that 121's there, and I don't fancy my chances against the 121, so I'm kind of going the long way, and I'm really hoping that I can still help you when I come up here. And the heavy is still alive. There's a 121 on not much health at all. Nice carefully aimed shot, and I just missed the kill. Oh, that would have been nice. But here I am, helping, and I just stick my nose out. And we've got an IS-4 at the back there, gets a shot in. Managed to track the IS-4, he's on the last smidge of health, and so we've got an IS against an IS, and they're both kind of going to be hull down. They're going to be bouncing shots off each other. I'm not going to be able to get a shot into the turret, so I decide that it's worth taking the risk, seeing if I can dash across here without taking a hit. And don't quite make it, but it doesn't take all my health. Now, this is something. If you keep an eye on the minimap, there's Artie. And how long does it take Artie to be spotted? There. Really big delay still on Artie appearing on the minimap and then actually appearing to me as a spotted target. And I'm quite surprised how long that delay is, and that has caught me out before when I've gone Artie hunting and I've just not realised they're even there because they haven't popped up. Anyway, we got a shot into Artie, didn't get the kill, never mind. And I am really going a long way around to see if I can help with that IS, because I don't think that IS is going to move. The enemy IS is still where he was. Our IS is still sort of hull down on that corner, and I'm thinking I've got a really good chance here of getting behind the IS. which is on its last bit of health. And bit of a signal dropout, which doesn't do my steering any good whatsoever. Just come round. There it is, back to us. And we get a second kill. So just a really quite tactical for me, pleasing game. 9 penetrating hits, 2 tanks destroyed, a little bit of assisted. So how do we do overall? 57,000 silver, very happy with that. 2,000 XP with a mission, I think. 2,000 damage, 900 assisted, class 2 mastery. And we come second overall in a tier 10 game. I think this is looking to be a really good tank. So there we have it, 2 gameplays in my brand new T54. Really hope you enjoyed the gameplays. Keep safe, keep tanking, and I'll see you soon.